know if those guys, do retired guys get fined too for talking about the refs? Probably.
I would hope. I would hope not.
Yeah, I'd hope not. But the fact I am a current player on a roster in this league and in this business, so I have to. And not that I have anything bad to say about the refs. I mean, I have my complaints here and there. I do think there's some rules that could be changed. I do think we need to add another challenge, 1.5, or be able to keep your challenge if you win it. We did talk about the shots at the end of the clock. The buzzer beaters should be fair game. Shouldn't count as a missed attempt. There's so many things that we have on the list when it comes to the rules, the regulations, and the league, and of course, who will hold those rules accountable, the law, the referees. So they are human. They do make mistakes, man. It happens. It sucks when it happens. But there's not much you can. They're human. There's not much you can do about it. Obviously at that point in the game, but I think there needs to be some type of, they have the blue light. I don't know if you know anything about the blue light. I think especially when there's a timeout or a regulation. So this happened to us. We've had situations where they said on the Laker game, Desmond Bane was not fouled, what they said. I may disagree at the end of the game when Dennis Schroeder stole the ball and laid it up, but Russell Westbrook did violate the lane when Brandon Clark shot his free throw, which ultimately should have gave Brandon Clark another free throw. This is the 2-minute. The 2-minute report. The 2-minute report the next day, which does us no good at all. It doesn't help at all. I mean, just let you know, okay, we lost, we got screwed, we missed the putt, but it doesn't give you a win. It doesn't change the outcome of it, but it's good to know. And same thing in Golden State. The 2-minute report recalled that Draymond Green set an illegal screen, which led to Clay hitting a 3-pointer against us, which gave them the lead, which we could have possibly won that game. But the blue light is, I think, in the Golden State game, this is where I learned about it. And this is interesting how things work. Now, teams are they're very smart how they use their Jumbotron, their replays now. They only put the replays up for the home team. And when so we can't look at it. When we want to look at it in Jumbotron, we have to go behind the bench and have our crew rewind, see if they can find something. But home teams are not putting up the replay center at all. So it's hard for us to challenge plays. So they had the replay going. I think this was when the ball went out of bounds. It might have went off Ja, or it might have been a foul that they might have missed. They were able to challenge. But during this time, it was right before the 2-minute mark, which they were like 2 minutes. They put the blue light on, which means, they're trying to see, I guess, in Connecticut or wherever it is, if Steph Curry's last 3-pointer was a 2 or a 3, and they're trying to confirm it. And I'm like, why are they going through this right now when we're taking the ball out, when they're able to look at the replay and see if they want to challenge for the next minute? They shouldn't have that much time to look at a play. They know what they're doing. This is ridiculous. The blue light should only come on after a timeout. When it's time, when there's a timeout, you can review that then. But since you have the blue light, why don't you use that for end of regulation, end of timeout, or end of, whatever it may be? That can come into play when it comes to certain scenarios like LeBron James getting fouled. It's end of regulation. The referees missed it, but hey, there's somebody else checking to see at the blue light or at the table, whatever it may be, in Connecticut or wherever they're doing their reviewing, and seeing if that's a foul. And they could reward or award a team another free throw, another possession, or more time on the clock, however it may seem fit. I think that's when it should be used. So yeah, until we come to that or find out a way to do it, I think there's going to be a multitude of times where referees miss calls and make mistakes just because they're human. And, it happens. A lot of teams have missed calls. A lot of teams have gotten at the end of games. We've had it in the playoffs. In San Antonio, we played against OKC. There was many possessions in a game 5, 6, where there were mistakes made, and they had a 2-minute report the next day. So, for him to have it happen in the regular season and be shocked by it, I mean, obviously he's one of the better players in the league. He should get foul calls. But it happens, and thank God it's not in a playoff game, because it could happen in worse situations. But yes, we do need to find a solution. We do need to figure out, because referees are human, to help back them up. Whether there's a fourth referee watching from the stands or on camera where they can throw the blue light on and to be able to protest or contest or whatever you want to do with the call, or to award a team another timeout or another possession, that I think should happen or needs to be happening at some point. And I think for it to happen to LeBron James, I think that's